Welcome to another episode of Sip&Ponder with Sirguy. And with me on the show today, I have Samson. Samson is the CEO, New Good Health Pharmacy, located at the Afikpo, Ebonyi State. So today we are going to talk about the arrival fallacy. But first off, thank you for coming to Sip&Ponder.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for having me on your show.
Before we jump right into it, we are that part of the show where you get to test and rate what Sirguy has made on a scale of 10. Let's have your rate.
This is really good. I think I'll give you an 8 out of 10.
I cook.
For real.
Okay, so there is this thing, I believe it's something we all experience.
Yeah.
At some point in our life, you feel like you want this trophy. And when you finally get that trophy, you desire more and another and another. The chase is just absolutely endless. It seems like we don't derive satisfaction from what we chase. So I don't know if you have been on that spot before. I don't know if you have experienced it, but talk to me about arrival fallacy.
Personally, I would say it's something that we all experience at different points in our life. And to tackle it is something that you also need to approach consciously. You have to be aware of it first.
So, breaking it a little further, what's arrival fallacy? I think I would just say in simple terms, it's when people tie things like happiness and satisfaction to different goals which they might want to achieve at some point in their life. And why I say that real experiences is because personally I have my own experiences. Maybe while growing up, stuff like that. There are things that I thought that if I get, I'll be happy.
Just a matter of time. Of course, at first you feel happy. You know that joy that comes when you get something that you've not had for a long time, something that you've longed for, but that feeling, the joy is temporary. It doesn't last. It's just a matter of time. Our body, our brain adapts, everything adapts, and it feels normal. And once it starts feeling normal, you find yourself now seeking something else in order for you to be happy or feel fulfilled. So that's just the reason. And talking about how maybe we can approach this, like I say, we have to be conscious. You have to acknowledge the fact that it exists. It exists. And we don't have to tie our happiness to that. We can actually learn to enjoy the process of whatever we want or whatever we desire. Enjoy the process of achieving those things before achieving it. Not necessarily waiting until you get there before you become happy, because they say human wants are insatiable. So that absolutely that one first makes it important to learn to enjoy the process, not just the outcome.
I feel you. I think that part of the things that happen to us is that when we think of our goals, we fantasize about the rewards that we are going to get from it, and not the responsibility that comes from it. When let's say, for instance, those that think about getting married, it's something they want to achieve. You think about how beautiful or handsome the man is going to look like, what your wedding day, how much happiness is going to bring to you. You're not going to think about other responsibilities that comes, how your freedom is now going to be limited, how you're going to share your world. For those of us that don't like sharing rooms, you have to share your room with someone else. So we don't think about the responsibility, and I think it's part of the problem. But then there's this a group of persons who believe that in fact, let me just say it in plain terms: money they bring happiness. Do you subscribe to that? Because I think it's part of that idea that once I get money, I'll be happy. So do you subscribe to money they bring happiness?
I agree with this completely. Money they bring happiness. It depends, though. It depends. Why I say it depends is that money now, of course, someone that is hungry, for instance, they say a hungry man is an angry man. And sometimes when the person might need that time, just that money to get food. At that point, that money gives them happiness. That's why it depends. But at the same time, some people have money and yet they're not happy. They have everything that they want, or everything that they can take off, practically everything that money can buy, but yet they're not still happy. So that's also the case where I agree that truly money will bring happiness. But then,
Let me put you on the spot. You have money. Are you happy?
of course, I'm happy. But my happiness is not tied to what I have.
So what makes you happy?
What makes me happy? There's a lot of things that makes me happy. A lot of things to be grateful about. Of course, life alone, being alive today is a privilege. That's an underestimated privilege. And by the time you sit down to be grateful for some of these little things, you find yourself being happy. So for me, gift of life, gift of loved ones, that's something that is priceless. Having people that support you genuinely, that's some priceless things that money can't buy. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm talking about money. We're all looking for money.
That's what them they always talk. We are just still I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
But then, this one arrival fallacy. I don't think we can ever escape from it. I'm one of those people who believe that, in fact, I have learned to separate what I have achieved, with how I feel.
Yeah.
But then you will still have it that there are times when you're preparing for an exam, there are times when you're seeking to achieve this or that, and it goes on to determine, how much of energy drains from you. And this energy sometimes can turn into bad energy. We just can't, most of the times it seems like it's jinxed. Like what you achieve equals. But then I also feel like how much you learn to welcome life in its totality, the duality of life, how much you welcome the struggles of life and you see it as normal. Let's say, for instance, you lose your both parents. If you see it as something terrible has happened to you, that is the truth. But if you also see it as you're just one of those human beings in the 2 billion, whatever billion people that exist in the world, who have experienced his own share of terrible things, you will know that it's not unique. It's part of life. So when we welcome life in its entire duality, we tend to derive joy from the personal struggles that we overcome. So talk to me about what personal struggle or something you outgrew or that you overcame that brought that satisfaction to you.
There have been a lot of things. A lot of things. I can even go down to saying there are some things that I used to dream of in the past that personally today I can say that I have them. Why some things I used to dream of getting, I haven't gotten them yet. So and I also say even in our personal endeavors, stuff like that, I think most times we set milestones to what we're doing, set milestones for ourselves, and when we finally get there, of course you feel happy that you finally got what you want. But just the thing about that happiness is that particular one, that happiness that just comes without achieving a particular thing, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. It's very temporary. So for me, I prefer to enjoy the process. I train myself to enjoy the process, the struggle. I won't see problems as blessings sometimes because they say
you see problem as blessings. I have a lot of problems to share with you. I need a sponsor. Two members. I
No, not really like that. But why I see problems as blessings? They say like a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they put like that. So it's only these problems actually give us the privilege to learn more, have more experiences that make us better people. Because of course, the more you handle problems, the more you get better at handling problems.
Absolutely.
So not everybody have the privilege of solving problems. And those people, they are definitely not the ones to go to if you need the problems to be solved. Because they don't even know how to solve it.
They can't even solve their own personal problem.
They can't even solve their own personal problem.
And I think people who can't solve personal problems, they are terrible at life. They are generally not happy. They are not satisfied with life. They see themselves as victims. And you get this piece who have been put out sometime. Find something they're grateful for. You too complain. They are just people like that. nothing brings them satisfaction. So they just on and on and on and on complaining about what they go through, and you never hear them be grateful or genuinely happy for something.
For such people, I will recommend they practice gratitude. Gratitude is very important. Like through gratitude, you learn to appreciate life. You learn to appreciate the little things you have. And from appreciating those little things you have, you indirectly you are preparing yourself to receive more. Yeah. So that's what I think. Gratitude is very important. Just that I think we don't normalize it in our society. You see someone always complaining, just like you say, people always complain. Then when you look at these people, there's a lot of things around them that a lot of other people don't even have. So why are they complaining? They are not grateful because they don't see those things as blessings. Maybe they wait until they lose it before they learn the value of what they have, stuff like that. But through gratitude, I believe one can overcome such phase.
So talking about gratitude, do you think that there's something it should be? Is it Chris Daniel said, make you not put yourself in a position where you go to tell you great, say you try for it. It's hit deep, man. It's hit deep. And I think that there are people that are not even grateful to themselves.
Yeah.
And part of the ways that we do it, we don't even recognize it. Because when you want something and you finally get it, you should be grateful for the fact that your dream job is now the thing that is keeping you up at night.
Yeah.
You should be happy that the car that you once wanted to buy, that buying money for petrol and all is now one of those things for joining. These are the list of things that are quick to be turned into problems. But then they are just responsibilities that you should be grateful for.
Yeah.
Do you think that bringing this we've been hitting on the side of the material things, bringing this fallacy, this arrival fallacy, bringing it into human relationship? Do you think that it happens with human relationship, whereby people meet those that they have been looking forward to seeing, or those that they have been dreaming of? You want to have a kid, finally have a kid, and do you think it happens with that?
Yeah, it does. It does. I agree. Completely, it does. It does. And just the same way it applies to everything that we talked about, I think just in that same manner, it applies even to human beings. Okay, I'm using a case of couple, for instance. Someone dreams that they want to get married, they want to settle down, and they think doing that to make them happy. One day they get married and they still see these people. They're not happy. They even have problems in their marriage and all of that. They see someone always maybe hustling so hard to get to meet someone, maybe to become friends, or just for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Maybe they finally find themselves in that position of being with such person, and that thing that they thought that they'll have, the way they thought they'll feel, they end up not feeling like that. Yeah, so I think it happens. And it is still boiled down to identifying these things, and you just have to be conscious. You have to be conscious, because our mind is wired in such a way that if you don't control the mind controls you, or even controls itself. So you just really have to be conscious about yourself and what you're doing.
Okay, so some say avoid arrival fallacy, while others say stay hungry, because chasing is the way you feel alive. So let's just have in 30 seconds, let's have your final thoughts on this.
Yeah, so stay hungry, but enjoy the process. Live in the moment. You have to tie your happiness to the future, because the future is endless. All you have is the present. So enjoy the process.
You've heard it from Samson on Sip&Ponder. Remember that I am the man for all seasons, your finest JC plug, and I am informed Sirguy is here. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sirguy is here. Stick with us till we meet again. This is Sip&Ponder, and I remain your host, Sirguy is here. Samson, thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you.
Till we meet again, this is Sip&Ponder.